Hey, what's up, guys? It's MT from Team OCG coming at you with the deck profile tonight. This is my Hero Lives Gladiator Beast deck. This is the deck I normally take to tournaments. As you guys know, Gladiator Beast is by far my all-time favorite deck, and I like the Hero Lives variant, this format. A lot of people argue that the control build is better, like just with Rahios and no test tigers, but I just like the explosive power Hero Lives like grants to the deck. It really speeds it up in my opinion, and now that Max C really isn't seen that often in meta decks, it just became so much so much more playable. The deck really doesn't have, it's got great matchups against a lot of the top decks right now, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Starting us off, we got our 9 Gladiator Beasts. I play 2 Laquari. You could play 3. I don't really think 3 is needed. They can clog, and you can just tag into them if you need to run anything over that has over 1800 attack. Yeah, I mean, I like 2. It's for consistency. You don't really want to have them clump up, like, opening a bunch of Glads and, like, 2 Chariots. It's terrible. So 2 works for me. Double Quest. I see a lot of people dropping this down to 1 with Hero Lives. I just think with 2 bottomless, like, at staple level again, if you get 1 that's bottomless, like, later on, how can you recycle Chariot with Herc? So I think 2 is absolutely necessary. Double Darius is staple in this build with Prisma. You can go Gazarius. You know how that works. And that, excuse me, guys. 1 Murmillo, 1 Rediari, and 1 Bestiari, the heart and soul of the deck. After the Glads, we got our 3 Test Tigers, my favorite card. Just summon a Glad, let them waste their bottomless, their Effect Veiler, their Torrential, their Warning, whatever. Activate Hero Lives, bring out that Prisma, ditch the Bestiari, Special Tiger, go Gazarius, fuck shit up. Great play, by far the best play in the deck, just completely wreck stuff. Then for the Hero Engine, you got 2 Prismas and 1 Stratos. I really do like the Stratos. I do not recommend not playing with Stratos. In just so many situations, you can just Hero Lives into the field and then put a level 4 Exceed. He's a great turn 1 play if you summon him turn 1. They always think you're playing heroes, and they'll usually drop Veiler just to ensure you don't get Alias, to make sure you don't have that whole engine starting. Your Gemini Sparks aren't going to be live. So if you play that out, they Veiler it. Next turn, if you can go Gazarius, they're not going to have that Veiler to fall back on. So I think it's just an excellent addition to the deck, especially late game. If you Hero Live Stratos to the field, you can search Prisma, drop the Prisma, and stack into Arm Ninja, and then attack for game. A lot of people never see that coming with this deck. And then you got the double Prismas. I wouldn't play 3. It's just you never want to draw that card. And then 3 Effect Veiler. I dropped Secutor for a 3rd Veiler just because like he gets Veiler too often, and just getting him to the field and to survive is just too big a hassle this format. It's just not going to happen. Like, you know, Chaos Dragons can kill you in 1 turn. Like, Inzectors just fuck your shit up in 1 turn. It's just, the format is just not right for Secutor. Like, I love the card. He's by far one of my all-time favorite Glads. It's just, you need the 3 Veiler to fall back on. I run 18 monsters. For spells, you got 3 Hero Lives. I do not like 2 of this card. It's just, you always want to see this card. It's the best top deck. You know, it lets you go Gazarius. It lets you bait out their warnings, their bottomlesses, their torrentials, and then put presence on the board. It's just, you needed a 3. I don't understand why you would not run 3 of this card. 3 Forbidden Lance. This is new, working out really well though. I had MSTs in here, and it's just not the same effect. You know, Lance just helps the Glads get over, you know, the crucial big dragon monsters and chaos dragons. It protects you from the bottomlesses, the torrentials. It's more of a precision strike card. Like, yeah, you can MST. Like, if they have 1 back row, it's a top deck MST is great. Like, obviously you can hit warning, but with Lance, it's a more versatile card. And if you had room for both, by all means, I recommend running both. I just don't like clumping up on cards. That's one of my big like hates. I don't like having dead cards in my hand, and MST is just, it's just not as versatile as Lance. So I'd definitely recommend 3 Lance if you're playing Hero Lives. Then for the staples, you got Reborn, Darkhole, Heavy, Book of Moon. I'm not going to explain any of those. For traps, I'm only running 2 Chariot this format. I would like to run 3. I side deck the 3rd against Inzectors, but honestly, with 3 Veiler, you don't really need it. I just think MST is being run in 3. You know, Inzectors is a deck. If they blow up your Glad, it sits dead on the field. That's my issue with it. Like, having a Glad, you're not going to have a Glad face up as consistently this format as you would with formats in the past. So I feel that Chariot at 2, especially with double Quest to recycle it, is just the perfect number. Not to mention, if you get Herc out now, because priority is gone, Warning acts as basically a Chariot. So does Compulse, so does the double bottomless. So I just feel like Chariot is perfect at 2. Following that up, double warning, staple, double bottomless. If you're not playing bottomless, you gotta you gotta make some room for them. They're insane in this format. Without priority, it's back to staple level. You should absolutely be running the two. Double Z Prison. This card puts in a lot of work. My two hardest matchups by far are Chaos Dragons and Heroes, and it just puts in a lot of work against those two decks. Like, yeah, against Inzectors, it can, cause some trouble, but I'm already running 3 Valor and then double Chariot to deal with Inzectors. So I would still play at least 2 D Prison. It's just, there's no replacement for that removal. It helps get over, big X Siege you can't answer, a Stardust you can't answer. It's just a crucial card in the deck. And then for my last 4 traps, I play 1 Compulse. I took out the 3rd D Prison for this, and I'm really liking it. It's an answer to Zen mains. It's an answer to Levier to make sure they can't bring back Rabbit. It's just, without priority, I would definitely play the 1 Compulse over the 3rd D Prison. The card is just excellent this format. It saves your guys from a Torrential. It just does so many things. You can respond to Valor with it if you compulse your if you can compulse your Gazeras after you go. Mirror Force, Mass Removal, you need it in Glads. 1 Starlight Road. I was playing this at 2, but it just is far too dead. Like, Solemn Judgment and Starlight Road I use for pretty much the same thing. Stop Torrential, stop Heavy Storm, stop Dark Hole. So, 1 Starlight and 1 Judgment get the job done. So that is my Hero Lives Gladiator Beast deck. It is 40 cards. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to, just go take the list, test it out on DN. Try it out for yourselves. I recommend you guys, play with it a little bit. Stick your own text in there, and let me know what you think. What's really cool about this deck now is it's by far one of the most budget decks. And honestly, I think the deck's underrated. Like, honestly, a lot of people have been saying that, Glads can't really keep up with the format, and I wholeheartedly disagree. I think that it's definitely not tier 1, but it's got some power plays, and it has a really good matchup against Inzectors, which I think is just a crucial thing for the format. So I recommend you guys try it out. Let me know what you think. Once this video gets like 10, 15 likes, I'll post my extra deck and my side deck, which are also very crucial to my tournament approach. So, other than that, just comment and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think. Take it easy.